UConn, welcome the #1 overall pick of the 2016 draft, Brianna Stewart.
She's nice.
Thank you for joining us. We're supposed to talk about basketball.
Talking about bling. Y'all always messing with me. Look at her.
I know.
Stop.
#1 overall pick.
Stop.
You weren't the #1 overall pick. I'm sorry.
I wasn't, no.
So, you know, there you go. Well, more than just what she's wearing on her wrist, I got to just start with the car. We were going to start about basketball, but I'm sorry. You posted on your IG that you have some new wheels. Would you please show us that?
Wow.
Hold on. They paying like that in the WNBA?
Wow.
Well, they pay like that overseas.
Right, overseas.
Right.
You better go overseas.
Right? Look at that. All right, please tell us what you got here. Brag a little.
I have a Maserati Levante S Gran Lusso. It's the crossover. I love it.
That's dope.
It's fast.
She got it on Saturday night. She drove it pretty much everywhere, and then she had to come down here.
Yep.
So she likes being here.
First
with us,
car?
let's be honest.
That's honestly your first car?
The one that I bought, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, what was your first car, Brian?
Chevy Cavalier.
Totally the same.
91.
Totally the same. I'm also going to compliment your shirt, which I like very much. So there you go. Show the people. Do you feel pressure as a #1 pick? Because we'll have a new #1 pick coming up tomorrow night. How much pressure comes with that? Because the WNBA is always partly about playing basketball and partly about you have to help women's sports and all of that stuff that people always tell you.
You know, I think it is a little bit of pressure. Obviously, coming in, you know, every year we have new faces coming into the league, and especially people are going to remember who's the #1 pick.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, let's see what kind of game you got.
Yeah, absolutely. And do y'all sort of, do you have a little hazing come in for whoever gets picked hers?
Of course we have no hazing.
No, never. Would never happen in any professional sports league at all. Everyone loves watching the Storm play. I especially just love the uniforms because of what they remind me of. What do you guys expect for the team this season?
You know, I think we're really looking forward to an exciting year. Obviously, year 3 for me, year 4 for Jewel, year a lot for Sue Bird. But just the fact that she's coming back, the fact that we have another year of experience under our belt. You know, the past 2 years we made it to the playoffs but didn't get as far as we wanted, so we're looking forward to doing more this year.
I got a question, and this is not a shot at women in basketball.
Well, good, because you're going to be in
Listen, I had this talk. I think me and Rebecca Lobo had this talk during the Hall of Fame, and I was talking about doing something that gets, you know, not your average fans, people that don't watch WNBA basketball. What can we do to get those fans to tune in? And I was like, why can't we lower the goal to at least 9.5 feet? Because I think for somebody that don't watch WNBA basketball, to have women dunking on other women would definitely bring more excitement to that game, and have, you know, those guys that don't watch WNBA basketball tune in, and you get more fans that way. What do you think about that?
I mean, my thought on it is, you know, I've been playing basketball on a 10-foot hoop my whole life. So to move it to 9.5, it's going to take a long time to get used to that. And then also, like, we're only playing basketball to dunk? Like, I'm not sure.
No, you playing to...
Like, you just want to see me dunk on somebody? Like, I don't know.
The skill level is off the charts in women's basketball.
Right.
But I think as far as bringing the entertainment...
Yeah, I understand that for sure.
That element, I think, you know, you gain more fans.
By the way, Brian's adapting the T-Max shipping team from the other day. He's just sitting there. So I'm not going to do that anymore.
So, how about those UConn Huskies?
See, that's not better for
Another one.
A couple years ago, she was here.
Last year.
I was like, man, I don't want to see, because they beating everybody.
That's true.
There you go. Argument.
Last 2 years.
Last year.
Last 2 years.
Last year, I just told someone about that.
I mean, what is that like for a program that Tracy's not the only one. A lot of people want to see your team lose. Is sort of a strange place to be in for a dominant team.
Yeah, it's what happens when you're the best, though. Like, everybody wants to see you lose, and I think that, you know, Notre Dame, they came out and they weren't scared of us. They weren't scared of UConn, and Arike played great. She had 2 game winners in the Final Four, and, you know, you can't ask for much more than that. I think personally for me, I've realized that the past 3 national championship or Final Fours that I've gone to, they've lost. So I'm just not going to go next year.
You're out. You're the problem.
But, yeah, doesn't it elevate what you did when you were there? because it shows that how difficult it actually is to have continued dominance?
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't you just be like, hey, we didn't let this down when my group was there?
Right. I'm sure she's mentioned that too.
I mean, yeah, we've definitely talked about it, but it's still kind of a little bit of a sore subject with all the UConn people, so we're kind of just going to leave it where it's at. But, you know, winning 4 in a row is definitely not as easy as it looked.
No kidding.
The time went by. The time went by so fast, but like you said, you know, the past 2 years, UConn losing in the semis, you know, people realized, like, no, this is really hard.
And you mentioned, by the way, the women's Final Four, which was tremendous this year. And that, to me, is the answer of how you get more people watching women's basketball is the WNBA Finals have been smoking the past couple of years.
Right.
The women's Final Four has been fantastic, and I think that is slowly bringing people over. I do want to talk just about players, no matter what league you play for. This has been a big topic of conversation because Russell Westbrook, 16 rebounds shy of averaging a triple-double for the season, for the second straight season. That would be the first time ever. And yesterday, Melo was asked if he and his teammates are helping Russ pad his rebounding stats. Take a listen to this.
It's hard to say somebody's selfish when they average a triple-double, you know. I think it's just people don't understand his mindset, and I think people can kind of take that and, you know, and put a wrong perspective on kind of his mindset and what he's trying to accomplish. And at the end of the day, his main focus is to win.
That Clarion interview, Hoodie Mello. Earlier today, Russ clapped back at everyone who has a problem with his approach. Here's what he said.
If people could get 20 rebounds every night, they would. If people could get 15 rebounds, they would. The people that's talking or saying whatever they need to say, they should try to do it and see how hard it is. I'm tired of hearing the same old rebound this, stealing rebound, all this shit. I take pride in what I do. Come out and playing, and I get the ball faster than somebody else get to it. That's just what it is. If you don't want it, I'm going to get it. Simple as that.
And there it is.
Brian and I are going to sip our tea, and I'm going to let the two players on set talk about this.
No, I mean, I agree with these guys. First of all, for this team, their best offense is when Russ is pushing the ball in transition because that's who he is. You know, he makes things a lot easier, not only himself, but for his teammates when he gets the ball and, you know, pushes us up the court with his speed, his vision. So, yes, allow him to steal rebounds because that is your best offense. Why not?
I mean, my thing is, you know, Russ is an energetic player. He's all over the place anyways. Like, he has a nonstop motor. Why don't you just go get the 16 rebounds? Like, averaging a triple-double is crazy, but, like, he doesn't need help doing it. He can get 16 rebounds by himself, you know? It's the last game of the season.
Do you have a problem with other players on the court seeming to just be like, great, Russ can go get it? I don't, but I know that that has been a sharp criticism.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like a touchy subject. You know, I think that, like I said, like averaging a triple-double is like, that's a huge deal. And
Absolutely.
like you said, for the second season in a row, but he can get 16 rebounds. Like,
So he's proven it. This is my thing. Like, for him to accomplish what he's trying to go after, like, you didn't have a problem when, who was that? Shaq or David Robinson had a certain amount of points to get, and David Robinson had a certain amount of points to get, you know, in the last season to lead the league in scoring, and his teammates gave him the ball damn near every time. So this is no difference than that.
Again, real talk, it takes a village to have Russell Westbrook average 10 rebounds. Certain things have to be manipulated to get that. That said,
Manipulated?
well, they back off so he can rebound the ball.
That's not manipulated.
No, they blocking out.
It takes a village to let Russell Westbrook get 10 rebounds, to average 10 rebounds. That said, if Russell Westbrook averages 9.7 rebounds or 10.1 rebounds, it doesn't change what kind of dominating player he is. And if it makes him feel better that he gets that extra 0.3 because every now and then you let him get a rebound, then
That's like my career average, 19.6.
0.6, we're back to that again. Look, here's the thing I always fall back on. When Russ gets a triple-double, the Thunder usually win. It's not foolproof, but he tends to help them power them win. So if he's getting them wins, isn't that what we ask players to do? I don't know what all the
Rachel, but you have to
about.
admit, they do run rebounding plays.
So what?
For Russ.
And
But
is
it's
anything
okay.
wrong with that? I told you guys, like, that's their best offense, though.
Please. I have so
I'm not
many
against
issues
it. I'm just saying
there
that
are
definitely
so
happens.
many issues before I get to does Russell Westbrook have too many rebounds? Let's talk about MVP again. No, I'm just kidding. Brianna, thank you so much for being with us here again. Thank you for taking him on. Please give us all a ride in your car next time we see you. We appreciate it. And everybody should watch the WNBA draft tomorrow night. Coming up, do teams really care about seeding on the final night of the regular season? I think they do. But first, here's our second Mr. Replay. Year 2000.
19.2.
White chocolate is about to come on television.
To Robinson, remember D-Box playing with 3 fouls.
Here we go,
on the
here we go,
turnover.
here we go, here we go, here we go. And, oh, see, I thought he was going to pass that one.
Mario
Thought that he was going to block that shot.
Mario
He scared him back down.
Right?
Definitely surprised. He turned
Was
on
Ball
the Jets.
Jason Williams the best Jason Williams?
Yes, absolutely.
He came on our show during All-Star Game.
Yeah.
He's like, I was more than just a passer. There you go, Jason Will.
There you go.
There you go.
I like the long, shaggy.
Smile.